it really depends. I think there's a lot that goes into this sort of thing, right? Figuring out if it's better to rebuild from scratch or update. But I think there's a couple of kind of key questions that you can ask up front that'll really give you a pretty good idea pretty quickly. First and foremost, just looking at what was the original business need that this custom software you built was trying to solve. Presumably there was some sort of challenge, some pain point, or some really unique element to your business that required creating this custom software. After all these years, is that still the case? Is it still serving kind of that core functionality? A lot of times I think we see that the business has changed over time, right? You've got a new product line that works in a different way, or you're reaching different markets, or you have a new distribution model or something like that that really changes the fundamentals of the business to the point where that custom software isn't really fulfilling that same role that it did when it was built. And that's often an indicator that you kind of need some more substantial change to it. A few other things to look at: are there other systems that it's interacting with? If you have custom software that's integrated with your ERP or your CRM or your e-commerce platform or something like that, and you're planning on changing over, transitioning one of those systems in the next year, that's probably going to be a pretty significant overhaul as well. Looking at the underlying technology in the platform that it's built on. If this was built 10 years ago, it's probably using technology that was around 10 years ago, but maybe isn't really supported very much today. Maybe it's sitting on some old server and IT is just dying to get rid of this thing because it's a pain to support. Sometimes it's just the world is changing a bit, right? If you had a web app that you built 10 years ago, odds are it was really designed to work on desktop and wasn't designed to be mobile friendly. Is that still acceptable today? Probably not. You probably really need to make sure that it does work on mobile. And then finally, I think, was this custom software great when you built it? If you were going to build it again today, would you build it the same way? And I think what we find a lot of times is that the software was kind of a crutch, right? It was built to fit an immediate need several years ago, but people still kind of hate it. And to get something done, they've got to do 20 steps in exactly the right order, and it's very confusing and very easy to go wrong. And so if you still have some sort of fundamental usability issue like that as well, that can really kind of push this in the direction of needing to rebuild it rather than just updating it.